Hi guys, I'm Libertman, forced to be alone, free to decide how. Today we continue exploring the four macro groups of the C4PC. In this video we'll look at group 2, the internal emotionals. What does internal emotional mean? This group combines the internal dimension, the individual, and the emotional intuitive dimension. The internal lives inwardly. The individual part means that follows their own path, and the emotional means that the person processes reality through values, intuition, and meaning. Internal emotionals live primarily in their inner world, not necessarily to analyze concepts like Group 1 does, but to explore meaning, symbolism, identity, and purpose. They are sensitive, creative, and imaginative, and they need what they do to have personal, emotional meaning. No meaning means no energy. With meaning, they can accomplish extraordinary things. What are the most common MBTI subtypes in this macro group? These are the INFP, the INFJ, the ISFP, and the ENFP. Each one is different, but all share a common psychological core, the pursuit of inner meaning and emotional coherence. Which are the essential traits that this macro group shows? They are sensitive and intuitive. They are values-driven, they are highly creative, they are empathetic and perceptive, idealistic, independent yet warm, and they have a strong inner life. They don't follow cold logic or external expectations. Their compass is internal, but not mental logical like Group 1, the internal rationals. It's emotional intuitive. Let's see an example of how the interior individual quadrant applied in this macro group, with an example of a person, an INFP person. He works as a designer. He doesn't follow trends just because they are popular. He needs to express something genuine. When a project resonates with his essence, he becomes deeply productive and creates something beautiful and unique. If he can't find meaning in it, his motivation disappears quickly. His engine is internal and emotional. Let's now see another example of how the interior emotional dimension plays into this group. For example, an INFJ listens to a friend going through a hard time. Within seconds, he sees beyond the words. He perceives the emotion beneath, the fears, the root of the pain. He doesn't just listen, he interprets the other person's inner world and offers deep perspective. His primary tool is emotional intuition. Which are the typical challenges that these group members find? Well, they may feel overly sensitive. They have a slow decision making. They change path if meaning disappears. Strong idealism with unrealistic expectations. They avoid conflict at all cost, at any time. And emotional overwhelm. They are not weak, they simply feel deeply. But they also have a strength. Which are their key strengths? Well, creativity, expressiveness, empathy and deep understanding, accurate intuition, original vision, ability to inspire. They create beauty and real human connection, and they see possibilities that others miss. They often flourish in art, writing, psychology, spirituality, design. But they have some differences when it comes to the internal rationals, the group 1. Both are internal and individual, but group 1, the internal rational, follows logic, seeks structured explanations, while the internal emotional follows personal meaning, seeks authenticity and purpose. If you ask, why would you do that? The internal rational answers, because it's the most logical option, while the internal emotional answers, because it feels right to me. How they see the world? Well, they see life as a symbolic journey. Everything carries meaning. A song, a look, a color, a memory, a poem, a moment in time. Where group 1, the internal rational, sees a system, they see an inner narrative, an emotional story. So let's see an everyday example in the work environment. If they study something meaningful, they can spend hours absorbed. For example, an ISFP might stay up all night painting because it makes him feel alive. But if he has to study accounting with no emotional connection, his energy shuts down immediately. It's no lack of ability, it's lack of personal purpose. Another example would be an ENFP. If they fall in love with an idea, they work tirelessly until either reality grounds them or a new idea lights them up again. Let's see how the 4 quadrants play and express themselves in their functioning structure. Well, the strongest quadrant in this group is the interior individual quadrant. With their emotions, they base on emotions, on their intuition, imagination, their identity and purpose. This is their core. Then, in the exterior individual quadrant, they can take action, but only when internal alignment exists. In the interior collective quadrant, they connect emotionally with others and understand symbolism and culture. While in the exterior collective quadrant, they may struggle with rigid system, bureaucracy, and formal structures. Which are the natural careers or path for this group? They fit well where they can express their inner world. Writing, design, music, acting, psychology, art, therapy, photography, creative marketing, innovation, spiritual path, and so on. When it comes to relationship, they are loyal and emotionally deep. They love truly. They seek soul-to-soul connection. They don't settle for superficiality. They distance themselves when they sense that fallenness, when they sense manipulation, selfishness, or lack of empathy. Their love is subtle but constant, yet they need understanding and space for their inner world. So, if you recognize yourself here, welcome. This is your group. Your gift is emotional depth and the capacity to give life meaning. You are not built to compete blindly or follow soulless rules. You are built to create, to inspire, and discover your own truth. In the next video, we'll continue with Group 3, the external rationals. So thank you for listening and see you there.